Chapter Surah 50. 1. Kaf. He swears by Quran. Comments. For detailed comments on Arabic alphabets, please see the common note number 1. 2. The disbelievers are wondering that one of them has been chosen a warner from amongst them. They say that this is something interesting. 3. What will happen when they are dead and their bodies become part of the dust? This appears to be too far-fetched. 4. They said that they know that the earth soil eats up a portion of the body. They have a record of this change. 5. They are in the wrong. They had rejected when the revelation was made. They are not correctly informed and are in confusion. 6. Why do not they look up to the skies which Allah Creator has created, adorned it, and there are no gaps in the skies? 7. Rabbikum Creator has created the earth, made it plain, created mountains on it, and caused beautiful growth of many kinds in it. 8. The believers can see everything created by Him. That is why they frequently pray to and remember Him. 9. Wallahu Creator causes rains from the clouds to fall on earth, leading to growth of gardens, crops which are reaped by men. 10. Tall palm trees with bunches of dates one upon the other. 11. Wallahu Creator makes provisions for the believers. Wallahu Creator causes the dead land to becomes alive, dry land becomes fertile. This is how the growth of vegetation begins on earth. 12. Earlier, people of Noah, dweller of Ar, Ras and Somud, Thamud had rejected the prophets. 13. People of Ad, Pharaoh and his people and brothers of Lut had also rejected the prophets. 14. Dwellers of the forest and the people of Tubba had rejected the messengers of Wallahu Creator, and Wallahu's Creator's warning was fulfilled of their destruction. 15. Wallahu Creator was not tired by His creation. Then why should they be in doubt about the new creation? 16. Wallahu Creator created man. He knows how man thinks about the thinking of man. Wallahu Creator is nearer to man than his own life wings. Time of resurrection, what happens? 17. At about the time of resurrection, to representatives, angels of Wallahu Creator, each sitting on either side of man, to no record his doings. 18. Wallahu Creator does not say a word, but there is a watcher nearby. Time of resurrection, what happens? 19. The dead body will get into the stupor of death actually. This is the stage, indicative of hereafter, that man may have been trying to escape a void. Comments. It appears that before the trumpet is blown in preparation of the day of judgments, the dead body in a way awakens, but as if in a stupor. Before this stage reaches to representatives sitting, one on each side of the dead body. A watcher is also nearby. 20. On the day of judgment, the trumpet is blown. This is the day of which warnings had been given. Day of judgment, Qiyamah, events. Decision on individual soul when? Rise of soul, not body. 21. On the sound of trumpet, every soul will start soaring up towards the skies. The soul is accompanied by a driver and a witness to appear before Rabbi Creator. Comments. On the subject of type Day of Judgment, very large number of verses are found in different chapters in Divine Quran. Some of the more important verses on the subject are reproduced below. 1. Verse number 4 of ch. 70 states, "The angels and the souls rise to reach Rabbi Creator on the day 50,000 years, last day." Comments. This verse is very vital. Its meaning is clear. This clearly indicates as to when the day of judgment will reach. This day may be very far for humans, but, in terms of time which itself is timeless, the period indicated has been considered by Rabbi Creator as near. Verse number 6 of this chapter clearly supports the above interpretation. 2. Verse number 71 of ch. 17 states, "Remember the day of judgment when He will call all the people with their chiefs, leaders, imams. They will be given books, kitabahu, divine Quran, to hold them in their right hands. Those able to read, akra, the books, kitabahu, they will not be dealt with unjustly." 3. Verse number 72 of ch. 17 states, "Whoever is not able to read, akra, the book, kitabahu, divine Quran, he will remain blind, ema, hereafter. He might commit more errors than before." Comments. This verse necessarily refers to another birth as a blind to avoid more errors than before. 4. Verse number 73 of ch. 17 states, "Their object was to take him away from the book, to forget the book that had been given to him, Prophet Muhammad, and to substitute it by something different therefore." Comments. Verse numbers 71 to 73 of ch. 17th may be read together. These three verses ought to be clearly understood. Verse number 73 of ch. 17 controls and clarifies verse numbers 71 and 72 of ch. 17. On the day of judgment, books, kitabahu, will be given to the persons to read. The word kitabahu in verse number 71 of ch. 17 has been given as divine Quran, particularly in view of verse number 6 of ch. 58, wherein the word amilu has been used for records of his doings in life. Verse number 6 of ch. 58 is reproduced below. Verse number 6 of ch. 58 states, "Wallahu Creator has record of their doings in life, amilu, thereof, while they may have forgotten about their wrongs. Those who are able to read the books will be justly dealt with." This means that reading the book will be treated as a test favorable to their credit. Of course, good-bad acts will be taken into account as stated repeatedly in divine Quran. On the other hand, those who are not able to read books, kitabahu, will be punished by blindness. These verses show the very great importance attached to reading of Quran personally and understanding it correctly. These verses clearly imply that those persons who have not read Quran in their life on earth will not be able to read Quran before Rabbi Creator on the day of judgment. The stress laid is that a person not reading Quran personally and understanding it was not likely to follow the directions correctly. The present misimpressions and misinterpretations about Quran are due to persons, particularly Arabs initially, not reading Quran personally and understanding it correctly. These verses assume that such a person had been making errors and doing wrongs because he had failed to learn reading of Arabic and therefore did not read Quran at all. Any other interpretation of these verses will not be correct. 5. Verse number 124 of ch. 20 states, "He who does not follow the guidance." Reminder, Zikri will have a strained life. On the day of resurrection, judgment, he will be made blind hereafter. 6. Verse number 125 of ch. 20 states, "He will ask Rabbi Creator as to why he has made him blind when earlier he could see." 7. Verse number 126 of ch. 20 states, "He will answer by saying that he had ignored the guidance though he could read and know them." 8. Verse number 127 of ch. 20 states, "This is one way of punishing those who do not follow the verses of the revelation messages sent by Rabbi Creator, and are thus violators of the revelation and disbelievers thereof." Punishment of the hereafter is more severe and will last for longer. Comments. Verse numbers 124 to 127 of ch. 20th may be read together. The word kitabahu in verse number 71 of ch. 17 has been given as divine Quran. Particularly, in view of verse number 6 of ch. 58 wherein the word amilu has been used for records of his doings in life. Also because of certain other verses set out under verse 71 of ch. 17. Verse number 124 of ch. 20 means that the person will be given punishment of blindness. 2. This verse refers to a blind second life of the person unable to read the book. Kitabahu. This interpretation is supported by verse number 72 of ch. 17, which necessarily refers to another birth as a blind. If a person is blind when he appears before Rabbi Creator, how can he read the book, Kitabahu, which is placed before him as stated in verse numbers 71 and 72 of ch. 17? The above verses clearly prove that Rabbi Creator wanted every Arabic-speaking person to read Quran personally. This is the purpose of repeating Arabic alphabets in different chapters. The above interpretation of the above verses is correct as to the aspect of reading personally. The above interpretation is further supported by verse number 127 of this chapter, which says that the punishment in the hereafter will be more severe and will last for longer. A person may hear the discourses of Quran and could follow the same. But Rabbi Creator was of the firm view that hearing of discourses on Quran will not be sufficient as the same are likely to be deficient. 9. Verse number 109 of ch. 5 states, "On the day of judgment, the apostle Rasul will be required to testify as to their conduct while living." The apostles Rasuls may say that they do not know about the correct facts. However, Rabbi Creator knows about everything and everyone. 10. Verse number 8 of ch. 7 states, "On that day, justice will be done as to punishment of each. Those who had done lot of good in life, they will have the upper hand." 11. Verse number 43 of ch. 14 states, "On the day of judgment, they wrong doers will appear to be quick of steps, their necks stretched, their heads straight up, their eyes eagerly looking in front, and their hearts much worried." 12. Verse number 27 of ch. 16 states, "On the day of judgment, Rabbi Creator may ask them as to where are those whom they wanted to become his partners and for whom he had raised his opposition. Those who believe in him will declare that the conduct of the disbelievers was shameful. 13 verse number 86 of ch. 16 states, the polytheists who had been associating personages deities with Rabbana Creator. These personages will pray to him to say that these polytheists were telling a lie. Comments. This verse in which the personages deities are speaking. So far, they had not spoken or intervened by speaking. 14 verse number 48 of ch. 18 states, they will appear before him in the same condition as they were born. 15 verse number 93 of ch. 19 states, everyone in the skies and on the earth has to come to him as a servant, Abda, only. 16 verse number 101 of ch. 23 states, after the trumpet is blown on the day of judgment, the bonds of relationships will not be of any help. Help from each other will also not be available. 17 verse number 70 of ch. 39 states, each soul will be compensated according to the acts deeds performed on earth. Rabbi Creator knows what each had been doing. 18 verse number 71 of ch. 39 states, persons who had been disobedient of Rabbikum Creator will be required to proceed towards hell in groups. 19 verse number 73 of ch. 39 states, those persons who had followed the messages, believing and obeying Rabbahum Creator will be asked to proceed towards the gardens to stay therein. 20 verse number 41 of ch. 44 states, on the day of judgment, even a friend cannot intercede for a friend, nor any other help will be available. 21 verse number 23 of ch. 50 states, companions of the soul from grave would offer record of his life to Rabbi Creator. 22 verse number 6 of ch. 58 states, on the day of judgment, they will be raised and informed of what wrong they had done. Allah Creator has record of his doings in life, amilu, thereof, while they may have forgotten about their wrongs. Wallahu Creator sees everything as does a witness. 23 verse number 14 of ch. 69 states, by one stroke the earth, Arzu, and its mountains will be borne away. 24 verse number 17 of ch. 69 states, angels will be on all sides thereof, and 8 angels will bear Rabbi's Creator's throne, seat of power high above the gathering on the day of judgment. 25 verse number 19 of ch. 78 states, sky will appear to have been removed and therefore be all open. 26 verse numbers 1 to 3, 6, 8 to 12 of ch. 81 state, a time when the sun gets eclipsed, a time when the stars cease to shine, a time when the mountains ceased to exist, a time when the seas are aflame, a time when the female infant buried alive asks, what was her sin that led to her being killed? A time when the sky is opened up, a time when the fires in hell are lighted up. 27 verse numbers 10 to 18 of ch. 89 state, men have watchers over them. They are honest recorders. They see and know what they do. Certainly, persons who are right have to have bliss. The wrongdoers are in the fire of hell. The wrongdoers are in the fire of hell. They will certainly be in it. What else can make them know the truth of Day of Judgment? What else can make them know the truth of the Day of Judgment? B. A total reading of the verses relating to the events to take place on the Day of Judgment shows. I. It is the soul which rises from the grave under the care of 3 angels who are to guide it to that part of the skies where the event of the Day of Judgment has to take place. 2. Since it the soul which does good or does bad, it really will not matter as to which human material body it takes on. 3. Divine Quran identifies the soul as the doer, and therefore sometimes the soul and the material body, man, woman, are interchangeably mentioned. 4. The Day of Judgment mentioned in Divine Quran seems to be confined to the human beings and not other living beings on the earth and the skies. The compensation on the basis of doings of the soul while in a human material body on earth has to be the criteria for Rabbi Creator to make his judgment. See, verse number 19 of ch. 50 states, the dead body will get into the stupor of death. Actually, this is the stage, indicative of hereafter, that man may have been trying to escape avoid. Comments. Since consciousness is the quality only of the soul, the condition of the stupor applies to soul which is not fully awake, a half-conscious soul address as man by Rabbi. 22. He has not been watchful of his conduct. Wallahu Creator has now removed the veil of vanity from his eyes, and therefore his eyes will have correct views. Soul. 23. Companions of the soul from the grave would offer record of his life to Wallahu Creator. Comments. Verse numbers 21 to 23 of ch. 50 may be read together. These verses indicate that while living, a person is being watched by representatives of Wallahu Creator. On death of the person, these representatives of Wallahu Creator naturally leave the dead body. However, on the blowing of the trumpet, soul will soar up accompanied by 2 drivers, one on each side. These 2 persons will present to Wallahu Creator records of the life of that person, soul. This stage is reached, Rabbu Creator rids that person of his vanity. 24. All persons who were ungrateful and disbelievers of Wallahu Creator, kafirin, be cast into hell. 25. Persons who had been opposing doing of good deeds, acts exceeding limits of propriety, and doubters have also their place in hell. 26. Persons who had set up partners with Wallahu Creator, treated anyone also equal to Rabbi Creator, will be subjected to severe chastisement. Comments. Verse numbers 21 to 26 of ch. 50 may be read together. It is submitted that when the records of doings of the soul is presented to Wallahu Creator, he will consider the good acts, if any, done by that soul. Therefore, any punishment to awarded will be subject to the quantum and quality of the good work done. For detailed comments, please see verse no. 21 of ch. 50. 27. Companion of men, Satan, will tell Wallahu Creator that he had not caused him to transgress. He himself went far astray. 28. Wallahu Creator will tell him and his above said companion Satan, not to quarrel. Before him, he had given him sufficient warning. 29. Wallahu Creator said that his word was final. He is also being just to the servants, abide. 30. Billahu Creator will inquire if the hell was full to its capacity. He will also inquire if there were any more persons to be into hell. 31. Persons who had avoided doing evil will be in the gardens, Jannat. Comments. Please also see verse number 51 of ch. 44. 32. Wallahu Creator told them that this is what they had been promised. All persons who remember Wallahu Creator regularly and remain within limits of propriety will be entitled to be in gardens. 33. He who accepts the power of Rabbihim Creator and is regretful. 34. Such a person as above will find a place in the gardens, in calm, quiet and secure place. He will stay here. 35. Residents of gardens will have what they wish for. However, Wallahu Creator has much more with him. 36. Wallahu Creator had destroyed many generates of people earlier who were stronger than these. They had moved from place to place on the land to find a secure place. 37. For those who were willing to sincerely listen to the revelation which had warnings, is them, they contain a lesson. 38. Billahi Creator had created the skies and the earth and all that exist between them in 6 days. He was not tired. Prayers before sunrise and after sunset. 39. He should listen others patiently. He, Nabi, should pray to Rabbika Creator before sunrise and sunset. 40. At night also he prays to and praises him. 41. He should wait to listen to a crier who will be nearby. 42. That will be the day of the cry being heard and for going forth. 43. Wallahu Creator causes birth and death. To him everyone has to return, finally. The Day of Judgment. Day of Judgment, what happens? 44. On this day, the earth will appear to be breaking up under him and they will scurry up to gather together before Wallahu Creator. Comments. Verse numbers 41 to 44 of ch. 50 may be read together. Verse numbers 41 to 44 of ch. 50 relate to the events which have to happen on the Day of Judgment. These are confined to persons who were entombed or buried under the soil over a period of years and years. Reference is invited to verse numbers 17 to 21 of ch. 50 where the descriptions of happenings on the Day of Judgment are described. Therefore, these verse numbers 41 to 44 be read together with verse numbers 17 to 21 of ch. 50 for obtaining a complete picture of what happens to the bodies entombed or otherwise buried under soil earth. Functions of Prophet. 45. Wallahu Creator is in the know of what people take about the Prophet and the revelations. Prophet is not to compel anyone to follow them. Revelations reminds them with reference to the Quran about the warnings set out therein by Wallahu Creator. Comments. This verse clarifies as to what are functions of a prophet. Unless a prophet carry out specific functions, his normal functions are as set out above. Provisions to this effect are many in Quran. For detailed comments on functions of prophets, please see verse no. 30 of ch, 13.